Hello, everyone. It must be a Wednesday night because it is the Hospitality Room Live, or THR Live, as we like to say. Little sling. Blair Cartwright, Kerry Toby with you, talking college football and more. Mr. Toby, how are you tonight, sir?
I am well, my friend, and how are you? It's been a busy week, crazy last weekend
Yes,
with the upsets, the undefeateds going down. It's been a good week though.
no doubt. And we were all pumped for last week because we knew it was a monster slate, and it did not disappoint, did it?
It did not disappoint. Well, unless you're some fans of the teams that lost,
Well,
disappointed them a great deal.
yeah, true. That goes without saying. All
Yeah,
right, let's
yeah.
get to our topics, and we'll start first with our Week 8 review. 5 things we think we learned last week. Start with you.
All right, you want me to do all five? Just run through my
Or we
five.
can go back and forth, however you want to do it.
Let's just
We can go one at a time.
we'll just go one at a time. So, first
Go
thing
back and forth.
that I
Yeah.
think I learned last week that Georgia Tech has a very legit playoff shot. They are 7-0, 4-0 in the ACC. They are playing well, but their schedule has certainly done them a favor. They do not play Miami, Virginia, or SMU this in the regular season, who are the next three biggest threats currently in the ACC. So they are set up well at 7-0. I think they have a game against Pitt, maybe their toughest one left before they play in the ACC title game. So they have a legit shot at making the playoffs.
Okay. We'll stay in the Peach State. My first one was Georgia. The Bulldogs just know how to win. Ole Miss
Agree with that?
dominates that game for 3 quarters. And you're like,
Yep.
okay, Georgia's not as good. And then they flip a switch or whatever they do. And that fourth quarter team just, and then you're like, well, is it Georgia? Is it Ole Miss? I don't know. But man, the dogs. Do not count the dogs out.
They do play well in crunch time, and they win those one score games. I don't know what that feels like
Yes.
as a
Yeah.
fan of the Arkansas Razorbacks, but they do
True.
win those close ones. So my second one, Florida State is bucking the trend of firing your head coach in the middle of the season, even having grounds. Go back to 2023, just 2 seasons ago. They're
Yeah.
undefeated, right? Don't make the
Yeah.
playoffs because the quarterback got hurt, but they're 13-0. Last year, 2-10, not a
Yeah.
good look. And then so far this year, after the first upset of Alabama, they beat two cupcakes and now have lost four straight. However, the athletic director did say, we are fully committed to helping Norvell turn things around before a comprehensive assessment of the football program at the end of the year. So that
Yeah.
sounds like they're going to stick with him through the end of the season.
Well, in a sense, it'd be cheaper to put his buyout's 54 million.
Right.
So, do you want to cough that up? And then I saw a graphic saying it would be like 100 million once you get rid of his staff, and then bring in the new staff, or raise 15 mil, throw it in the roster, and see what happens. Be a lot cheaper.
It would be a lot cheaper, but you're coming back with the same coach next year, then, right? The same
Yeah.
coach who looks like he's going to end up 2-10 last year. He's lost four straight. Uh, he could end up losing 20 games over 2 years.
Oh yeah, it's his fourth four
So
game losing streak, and the last
mhm.
time, the fourth four-game losing streak in his tenure. Before that, the last time they'd lost four straight was 1975. He's done it. I don't know
Ouch.
why this chair keeps lowering on
Where are
me.
you
It's
going,
driving me
Blair?
nuts. It's bad, but it's just crazy. They won 19 straight, and
Hmm.
since then they're 5-14.
Yep.
I mean, it's just
So, but
incredible.
but they're sticking with him. I mean, I don't see how. Well, I guess you could. Anything can happen
Yeah.
because nobody's honest in college football anymore in the world.
No.
But you come out and say we're fully committed to him this season. We're going to help him. We're going to reevaluate at the end of the season. How do you come back now and change your mind after that? It's, two
Well,
games later you fire him.
you he's got to win games.
He's got to win
Basically,
games.
it's like,
Agreed.
Coach, we're behind you, but you got to give me something to sell the money
You got to give him
people
some dubs.
because they're not happy.
Yeah.
But they're not so unhappy they're going to write me a check for $100 million. So
It's crazy. All right, what's your
it's
number two,
crazy.
man?
My number two was Lane Kiffin teams do not know how to close. No coffee for Kiffin. I mean, it's
True.
it's the same song and dance. I mean, they look great. They look great. It's time to put a team away, and they just can't. I don't
Mhm.
know if it's Lane. I don't know if it's just Georgia was better. I mean, it's an ongoing trend. His teams just cannot get over the hump, and I don't know why. They had every right to win that game. They had that game won, and
Yep.
then poof. I don't get it.
I don't get it, but I don't hate it either.
No, no. Well, I
So what's your
guess
number three? What?
technically they closed the Arkansas game, but maybe
Yes, they
I
did.
don't know.
Well,
But then
we closed.
Arkansas fumbled, so we'll
Right.
never
We
know.
closed it.
Yeah. Number three, Kentucky on the goal line. What are we doing in the game against Texas
Oh,
in overtime? I believe it was. I mean, you've quadrupled their offensive output. They haven't slowed you down, except when you go up the middle and you're at the one and you try to go up the middle. The strength of their defense, the only part that's been giving you problems. Go to the edge. Go to the edge. It
go to
was
the edge.
just,
Don't
it was
do it.
maddening.
So what did you
Maddening.
learn? What did you learn, Blair? What was the
They
learning
don't.
from that?
Nobody's watching anything. They don't watch film at Kentucky. That's what I learned. They don't watch
Yeah,
film.
they
I
don't watch
mean,
their own
holy
play.
cow!
Yeah. Yeah.
They should
Okay.
have won that
That's
game.
fair. That's fair. My final three are actually they're going to fall in the category of the for reals, and I'll
Okay.
start with Vanderbilt. I've learned that
Oh
they are
yeah.
absolutely for real. 6-1 on the year, beat LSU 31-24. The Tigers, of course, came into the game as the 10th ranked team, and the Vanderbilt comes out of the game as the 10th ranked team. First time
Yep.
since 1947 the Commodores have been in the top 10.
I know.
So
It's
they're for real.
amazing, isn't it?
Yep, they're fun to watch.
They are, and they're
Yeah,
physical. They
they
were
are
more.
physical.
They were more physical than LSU, and I don't think anybody, unless you were alive back last time they were in the top 10, would ever think they would utter that sentence.
I agree, but I love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see
Oh,
it.
it's phenomenal. Okay, you're next. You're
Nope,
fourth.
next one. My next for real. I'm going to go with Indiana. I know they had a great season last year and they got smoked, first round of the playoffs. But I think they're even for real this year. Signetti, of course, is making bank. Got that
Mm-hmm.
deal. He's the third highest paid coach in the country now, and of course they have Mendoza, who's making a run for that Heisman. So they're another team that's fun to watch.
Yes, they are. Alabama's another team that's fun to watch. I think Alabama's got it figured out. I think, and it
I'm
just
afraid you're
seems
right.
it's crazy to think that Florida State housed them basically
Yep.
the first game of the year, but I think DeBoer has finally got his stamp or his culture in place or whatever it is, but they're figuring out and they're playing. They're getting. You can see it getting better each week, and
Completely agree.
that's scary.
It is scary. It is scary. They're playing very very well right now.
Ooh,
Not surprised, I guess, but they're playing
yeah.
well.
Okay. Oh, my last one. If
Hmm.
you've got the ball and you're in field goal range and there's under 30 seconds left and all you need is a field goal, don't throw the ball. Don't throw. Don't. Why are you throwing the ball? Mississippi State had that game won. All you got to do is hand it off, run. Why are you throwing the ball? That was crazy.
I don't know. You got the Lynch beast mode right there on the goal line. Right, run the ball. Don't throw the ball. I'm talking about
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
Seahawks did it. Was it
But
Seahawks?
yeah,
No.
I mean, you're in field goal
Yeah.
range. You just need
In
to
field goal
kill the
range. Right.
clock.
Yes,
You just
exactly.
need to kill the clock. I couldn't
That's
believe
crazy.
just gate the clock management is just Unbelievable. But anyway, and your last one.
My final learning was this is the final for real. Arkansas's offense is for real. Petrino's offense is elite, number 4 in total yards in the country. And the other learning, this is 5.2, 5.A or whatever, is
Okay.
that the problems with the defense were apparently not with the coaches and more with the personnel. Now, that doesn't, you got to assume that something could have gotten better. The defense is just is struggling,
Yeah.
to say
Yeah.
that. I'm putting it mildly.
So someone was telling me the other day, if you looked at all the possessions and assumed that a team would get 7 point, max is what you get possession 7.
Mhm.
They figured it up. Teams the last 2 weeks against Arkansas's defense are scoring 80% of the points possible. I mean, that's not much better than air. I mean, you could
You're
literally
right.
put
It's
air
not.
out there and wouldn't be, yeah. But I'm with you on
I
the
think
offense. If they can just get, if Green would just not panic and turn and run backwards 20 yards, take
mhm.
monster sacks,
I'll
but
tell you one of the
he
things
is
that
who he
A&M.
is.
You talk about Kentucky not watching film. A&M
Yeah.
watched film, and they know
Oh, yeah.
exactly what Green does when he makes that move and tries to get out. Because if you'll notice, if they had one guy, they were never right on him in the middle. One of them would be on one spin, and the other one would be on the other spin. So once
Hmm.
he spun one way or the other. So that was those two 20-yard losses that he took, sacks that he took.
Yeah.
But
Which
eh,
turned out to be huge. So,
yes,
okay. So that is what we have learned this week. And oh, the graphics are all just
yeah,
going nuts. All right. We were going to look at the conference standings. We'll see if that works. We'll start with there we go, the SEC. I was kind of surprised. Not everybody's played 4 games. Some have played
right.
4, some have played 3. You see
Mm-hmm.
A&M,
Played five.
Alabama, Georgia, then Ole Miss, Missouri, Oklahoma. I mean, that just kind of surprising. They're 2-1 with Vanderbilt and
Mm-hmm.
Texas. Tennessee's to Florida 2-2. Well, they're 11th best, and then everybody else.
Everybody
But
else.
I mean, who's the biggest surprise in the conference? Is it A&M?
Well, I think the biggest surprise is Vanderbilt, but
Yeah.
uh, as far as yeah, the problem with A&M is they have their schedule's been backloaded. They have
Hmm.
3 tough games at least coming up, and I had it written down now. I can't find it, but that's why you're talking about who makes the championship game. It's going to be Alabama and Georgia, and I believe that because both Alabama and
Really?
Georgia, their schedules are weaker for the
Hmm.
rest of the season, comparing to how they're play, than Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Missouri, Oklahoma, all of the one-loss teams. All of their schedules are much tougher coming up to the end of the year. So I think they're going to take their beatings. They're going to take a loss somewhere. It's going to be Alabama and Georgia again.
Okay. I can accept that. I,
Not saying I want it to be. I want to
yeah.
see Vandy. The Vandy schedule's really tough coming up at the end of the year.
Yeah. Well, and that's all going to sort out. But you still got to think, man, as many teams are in the SEC, I don't know how they're going to figure out all these tiebreakers for conference championship games. But
There's a lot of math involved, I guess.
yeah, way too much math. All right, let's look at the Big Ten. This one really jumped out at me because look how, I mean, Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, and then Iowa or what? Iowa,
Right,
Minnesota,
Minnesota.
Northwestern. Oh, look, there's a school that plays football. USC and Michigan. UCLA's 3-1 in the conference.
Who would have thought that? I didn't even realize that, man.
Yeah, isn't that
Three and
wild?
one after that start because they were
And
terrible.
yeah, Illinois. I mean, they're not in 10th place, but they're 10 in the standings based on record. They're ranked
Right.
this week. UCLA
That's
not ranked, but they've got a better conference record. And
yeah,
then look all the way down. 15, Penn State. Ay, ay, ay.
yeah, that's tough. St.
I mean,
Rutgers,
it's a
Purdue,
very
Wisconsin.
top heavy conference, though. So,
Yeah, it is. Finkel. Isn't that his name?
yeah,
Finkel, the guy at Wisconsin. Yeah, rough. I
yeah.
so who's your pick? Who's your pick to be in the championship game?
I mean, you got to think it's going to be Indiana and Ohio State just based on their schedules. They don't, They don't
That's
play anybody left. I mean,
right.
you look at this and it's like, yeah, that's why they want all that equity because they've got to prop up the middle of their conference. Because as good a season as they're having, no one fears Iowa, Minnesota, and Northwestern.
Mm-mm.
And I don't
No,
know if anybody
no,
fears USC, Michigan, or UCLA.
no, because right now they're feeding off Michigan State through Wisconsin, right? Even Maryland. Maryland has
Yeah,
one game. So one, two, three, four, five, six teams combined
yeah,
one and oh my gosh, 23.
yeah. You've got five
One and
offers.
23.
Yeah,
So look, I agree with you. It's Ohio State versus Indiana. It's the game that almost any football fan, if you're a non-Buckeye fan or a non-Hoosier fan, we all, I mean, yeah, we want that. That's what we want. Well, I guess you're any fan. If you're one of those, you want that as well.
yeah.
So yeah, it's
Well,
it's the it's the game we all want and deserve.
I would almost think everybody wants that game but Ohio State.
True, that
Because
is true.
Indiana
You're probably
wants
right.
it because it's going to legitimize you. But
Yep.
then again, if you're Ohio State, it's not going to hurt you from the playoff
No, no, it's
perspective.
not. It's not going to hurt them at all.
But your pride's going to be wounded if you get beat by Indiana. So,
I bet they'll be
yeah,
all right.
yeah, that'll be wild. All right, let's take a look at the Big 12. And this one's kind of all over the. I keep forgetting that there's this many teams in the conferences.
I agree. In Big 12, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's
That's a lot
just
of teams.
it's almost like everybody's 2-2. BYU and Cincinnati, Arizona, Houston, and then pretty good. It's one game, but that's a pretty big gap, really. I don't know who elevates and who doesn't. It's
What conference is Texas Tech in? Aren't they in the Big 12?
oh, they are in the Big 12. I knew I was missing something.
Yeah,
Dadgummit,
I'm looking
I
at it going
can't
because
believe.
that's one of my championship game teams. I was like, where are they
They
in
would
this?
be they would be in the 3 or 4 spot. Okay,
Yes.
because they're with
Yeah.
Houston.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
That's cool.
I knew
Because
I'd
I think
messed
it's going to
something
be
up.
BYU and Texas Tech. I know that
Yes.
some of the others are up there, but that's just with the way the schedule plays out and the way the teams have looked, given the hiccup Texas Tech had against ASU. I still think it's going to be those two teams.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And then you want to see a conference that's really messed up. Whoops, I went to the wrong one. Here we go. ACC. I
Yep.
mean, and I was like, I didn't realize 17 teams. I don't know why they came up with that number, and I may be missing somebody. But wow,
Well,
you've
it's
only
hard to
got
keep up with.
you've got 2 undefeated teams, and look how far down Miami. They've only played 2 conference games.
Right. Yeah. They only played two conference games. Uh, what they lost to Louisville, right? Louisville.
Yeah,
So I think Miami's going to end up being a big player in it. But I think it's going to come. I know you have Duke up there, Louisville,
hmm
Cal, even Clemson's out of it pretty much. But I think it's going to be a three-way between Miami, Virginia, and SMU to play Georgia Tech.
yeah,
And they kind of play around with each other. SMU could be a big spoiler. So I don't know who to pick out of those really. I think Virginia has a great shot at it.
yeah. There's nobody in that league right now that you just go, I really don't want to play them. Maybe Miami, but Louisville showed you the blueprint. Maybe
Yep,
Louisville's the team to watch because Jeff Brom's a good coach and
they're
gets the
they're
most out of
good.
his teams. But it again, and we see this with these conferences because they're so huge. There's no balanced schedule, so it's hard to know, right?
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
We have
So
uh,
it's
we have 5.5 minutes left.
we
I'm
do.
keeping track of the time this time,
Oh,
bro.
very nice. All right. So, we skipped over our coaches.
You want coach of the year? I can name
Yeah,
mine
give
off
me your
real quick.
coach. Give me your coach of
SEC,
the year in each league.
Clark Lee, Vanderbilt, SEC.
Yep.
Big
Yep.
10, Kurt Cinetti, Indiana. Big 12,
Yep.
Kalani Sitake, BYU.
Yep.
ACC probably will be Brent Key at Georgia Tech, but I
Yep.
like Virginia Cavs' Tony Elliott because the
Yeah.
turnaround from 5-7 last year, also in the BYU. I like Cincy Scott Satterfield because of their
hmm
turnaround from 5-7 to 6-1.
Okay. Yeah, I had the same four too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty obvious. All right, so we go to the Heisman. We like to hit on this every now and then.
Yeah.
Instead of who's going to win it, four players that you would have go to New York if the ceremony was tonight.
First calls, Ty Simpson at Alabama. Just playing well.
So, is
Second, Fernando what?
so you're saying he's your favorite, or are you just making the phone call to him first because
I'm
he's
just
not?
making the phone call first because
Okay,
it's Alabama. It's,
okay,
alphabetically. I don't
okay,
know. I don't want to say that he's my favorite right now
okay.
because I like Fernando Mendoza a lot at Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like I'd call Diego Pavia,
Yeah.
and as much as it would hurt my heart, I'd call Julian Sayin at Ohio State.
Ooh, I forgot about saying.
Because here's the thing: they're undefeated. It's Ohio State, so there's automatically a built-in, weighted factor for him. So
Yeah,
you'd
damn
have to bring
kidding.
in Julian. I'm just saying.
I
As
forgot about saying. But you
Yeah,
know what? It's easy to forget about Ohio State because after the Texas opener, they really haven't had a game that you've been like, oh, I need to watch this.
right. He'll get his chance, I guess, against Indiana,
Yeah,
and
but
then.
that won't. But that won't be until the
Oh,
championship
that's
game.
right. You're absolutely right. Yeah,
Because I don't know. I mean, well, the Michigan game, I guess. But at that point, Michigan could be 500.
I'd invite him just so he'd be there and not win it.
Yeah. Well, I had three of those. I had Simpson,
Yeah.
Pavia, and Mendoza, and I had
Yep.
Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame
Okay.
because he's.
I
I
like
mean, he's
that.
had some pretty amazing, but I could see, you know, I could see it being there because they normally take five, don't they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would have a hard time believing that an undefeated Ohio State quarterback is not going to be invited, no matter
Yeah.
what his numbers are.
Well, and his
Right?
numbers are actually pretty good.
Yes, they are good. That's what I'm saying. So even if his numbers weren't good,
Yeah.
I believe that he'd be invited to New York. But his numbers are pretty good, so then they're probably going to be undefeated. So yeah, Julian saying.
But I don't think we have a front runner though, do we?
I
Of that
don't, not in my
group?
head. Not
Yeah.
until we play some of these bigger games later in the year. Well, actually, though, Indiana and Alabama has some bigger games coming up.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
as
the
many.
SEC, but yeah, the Big Ten doesn't.
No,
Yeah.
Julian saying we'll have Michigan. I don't think
I don't
Indiana
know.
plays
Yeah, I don't think
anybody big
Mendoza
left. I,
has.
I think they've
Yeah.
done the most of the work.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be. We shall see. That will play
We
out.
shall see.
All right. Big news this week: tortillas,
Tortilla Gate.
tortilla gate. Don't, throw them on the field. Wait, no, no, wait, 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 wait. Don't throw them on the field. They're going to fine us $100,000 and 15-yard penalty.
Which they should.
Yeah, I mean
You
everybody's
can't be
like,
throwing
oh,
stuff
what?
on the field.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just tortilla. Well, no, if you let that, and then it's like, well, gosh, Texas. I mean, what would you find Texas when they throw all those water bottles on the field and got the call reversed
Yeah, now
last
that
year?
should be a bigger
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But well, actually, as I say that, it sounds like a double standard. I think if you throw anything on the field,
yeah,
then there has to be something. You can't
yeah.
allow that.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it
Get
is.
another tradition. Throw your tortillas at each other.
Well, why are you? Yeah, why are you throwing them on the field? Just throw them up there.
Now that I don't know.
And
I have
is there
no
a
idea why they do
skill involved? I don't have a tortilla here to try
it.
it.
To test.
But I mean, can you throw? I mean, how far are the stands from the field? Because, well, I don't know. I guess if you really practice it, but it seems like it'd be kind of hard to get it
Without tearing it,
on the field.
right? To throw it hard enough. I don't know, man. I don't know why they're throwing tortillas. It's odd, but it's
But
their thing. I mean, so
it
just throw it
is.
in the stand somewhere.
Yeah, just or save it. It's wasting food. All right, injury. You sent me a video. I don't think we're gonna get to tonight. But the Aggies fined for faking an injury. You think it might have been a legitimate injury?
It was a legitimate injury. He got hurt 3 plays before. If you watch some of the tape, and maybe we'll show it next week, but it looks like he was hurt. But they did use the injury timeout to get an extended timeout.